Hey, this is just a quick guide on how to optimize your chaos dungeon runs with a focus on infinite chaos dungeons, where many of the practices we use for that will also be able to speed up your 2 daily chaos dungeons. I will also be speaking shortly on how to optimize your runs in EU Primetime, where the queue times to dungeons can act up. And then a quick showcase on what you can use your infinite dungeon materials for. Let's get into it. As soon as you spawn in on stage 1, you gather up all of the monsters and kill them. You keep doing this till you are at around 16% purification and the portal spawns. When the portal spawns, you jump through it right away. No need to clear up the remaining monsters before jumping through, since the mob density will be way better in stage 2 and the bosses give way more resources anyways. On stage 2 you quickly gather up all 3 bosses and then use your awakening skill to kill them. You will then notice that as soon as you kill the bosses, your cooldown on your awakening skill reduces. Keep gathering up the bosses and the mobs to kill them. Once the big boss spawns, your awakening skill will be off cooldown, which will help you dispose of the boss quickly. As soon as you kill the big boss, a portal will spawn. If it's the normal blue one, you leave the instance and repeat. If a special portal like the purple or the gold one spawns, you enter that, clear it, and then you leave and repeat. The reason for this is that when you compare the amount of time it takes to clear the first 2 stages compared to the third one alone, and the amount of resources you gather from the first 2 compared to the third, it doesn't really make sense to keep running all 3 stages together. Unless you are sitting on EU Primetime and it takes ages to get back into the dungeon. In this case, it's better to simply do all 3 stages solo and then re-enter while you're still inside the chaos dungeon, because then the queues are still instant. Now, what will you use all these juicy resources on? Close to where you sign up to the chaos dungeon, there is an exchange chaos dungeon shard vendor. This vendor lets you buy a weekly limit of honing materials you can use to progress your character's item level. Tier 1 and 2 have a weekly limit for each character. Where the Tier 3 materials is a little bit different, they have a weekly roster limit. And for each material you buy, the price of the product increases every time you buy a new piece. So for example, if you buy 1 honor leapstone for 100 shards of purification, the next leapstone you buy will cost 130 shards. And the next 170, next 200, 5th 230, and the 6th 270. Tier 3 materials on the vendor are not bound either like Tier 1 and 2 materials, so these can be farmed and sold on the market to make more gold, or just used to further increase your item level on your Tier 3 characters. You can also buy 20 uncommon and rare engraving pouches as a one-time buy, and you can use the crystals to buy accessories to optimize your bonus effects and engravings. All of these shards you farm to buy stuff from the vendor are roster bound, so these can be farmed on your main character or the best character you have to speed through the chaos dungeons. That's all. If you found this video useful and would like to see more similar content, then like and subscribe.